It's a beautiful day, and your girl just resurfaced from wherever she was hiding. Y'all, so I got a chance to stop at this rest area to spend the night, and oh my God, it just brought all the OTR memories back to me. I was loving it.
Local life versus OTR life. How has local life been for me in the 2 months since I've been local with Indian River Transport? Do I prefer local? Do I prefer OTR? Do I want to go back OTR? These are the questions that I think is pretty much important to discuss when talking about my new journey as a tanker yanker with Indian River Transport. It's been a while, y'all. It's been hectic. It's been nonstop. Like I find myself having to schedule everything because time has become so limited these days. But as usual, it's your girl JusTruknit Tati. I got a story to tell, so let's get into it, y'all. What's up, my YouTube fam? Oh my God. Yeah, I know. Where have I been? I've been working. I've been trying to have a life while working. It's been a lot, y'all, but it's been good. I'm in good health and good spirit. But I finally got a chance to make this video. And I have so many videos, y'all, that I have to edit, but I haven't had the time to really do all that. And I didn't just want to slap some stuff together and just throw it out there. I want it to be something meaningful. But that's cool. My idol just came on. Yeah, y'all. So funny enough, I decided I need to make this video now because I'm currently in a situation that made it even more apparent or even more necessary, I should say, for me to talk about local life versus OTR and how it's been for me. Right now, I'm in Pennsylvania, so I just left Hershey's. I had a Hershey run, which basically from the shipper is 2 hours and 15 or 2 hours and 30 minutes away from the shipper. So I had my delivery around after 6 something, and I got out there like after 8, and I decided to just park up at the rest area and not kill myself to go back all the way down to Jersey, which is where the shipper is. Cause I'm not gonna lie, I missed the whole, OTR life or regional life where, I could get my runs done, park up, do a nice reset, get the body rested, and then head out to my next run. So instead of rushing down and getting home around 10 or midnight, I just thought it was better to just stay out because I have another Hershey load and I'll be using the same tank. So it didn't make sense to rush home. So I just got up. I'm at the rest area here close to Hershey, PA. I'm not sure of the exact name. I don't remember the name of it, but it's right by Hershey, PA. So if anyone passes through the I-76, so this would be I-76 East, coming from Hershey, PA. Y'all know which rest area I'm talking about. I think this is the Sunico rest area. But y'all, I had to make the executive decision to just stay out. And realistically, with this local job, most of the time I don't stay out a lot, but sometimes I do have to stay out because it's necessary. It doesn't make sense to rush home because by the time I rush home, my reset time would kind of be late. And that's pretty much gonna control how my week goes or my days go and stuff like that. So I might as well stay out either as a shipper or receiver, which is the Port Newark, or in Flemington, New Jersey, which is the dedicated route I really run for local. Now, what happened is that every now and then I may get a regional type run, right? Where it's not like 40 something miles or an hour away or 50 something minutes away. It might be a longer time frame like this one. And that's basically to make sure that I'm still meeting my average earning, or I'm still earning. I'm not just at home sitting down with no job to do, which is something that I like about IRT and specifically about my dispatch. My dispatch normally, she tries to make sure that if it's a slow period or anything of that nature, I have something else to do that's going to create some earnings for me, or my average earning for that day, right? And this is a situation where these two Hershey loads will create my average earnings per day. The Hershey loads are good runs. I'm not even going to lie. The Hershey load. So far doing local, I've been local for 2 months. And my resume is growing with what I've done, right? So I've done the yard jockeying for the 2 day, which is also something I have to drop for y'all. I do have that video, so I apologize. I have done like a separate Wharton load, which is same thing like Hershey. So Wharton load, Hershey PA load. I recently went to Connecticut, and y'all, that's another story within itself. I'm gonna share that one. I had to go from Connecticut, from Jersey, Port Delaware, so Port Wilmington to Ellington, Connecticut. So that's that, and then I have my regular runs for Johanna. So within the 2 months of doing the local run, I've done other stuff outside of that, which is something to add to my resume, right? But pros for me about local, my pros for local is I get to be home. And the thing about being home is that, y'all, I have a wonderful apartment that I've put together. It's very peaceful, very comfortable, right? And let me check my I'm just checking something to see, right? So it's very peaceful. I've done so much to that apartment that I love being home. And here's the trick with local life. Sometimes you may just be home, or me specifically, because I've had a lot of combative conversations with other drivers, because I've mentioned that local can be very hectic, it can be very stressful, it can be harder than OTR. But I have to say that's subjective to me. It might be easier for some, but I'm in the ports, right? So I'm both Port Wilmington, Port Newark, and I'm in Northeast. So Jersey, Pennsylvania, going through Philly, and then I might have to go through other areas in PA like Hershey, other areas in New Jersey. So that's my area. Within that area, to deal with traffic and the routes and stuff like that, it can be very, very hectic, because traffic can really, you can go from an hour, a destination that takes an hour, to 2 hours to 3 hours, depending on how bad the traffic is. Ooh, this sun is hitting, y'all. Oh my god. Ooh, I like this sun. But local life, I like being home. It could be for 5 hours home. I like being in my bed, and that's the thing. Clearly, y'all know, most people that watch my channel know I'm single. I don't have kids. I'm normally to myself, right? So realistically, I'm not running home to a family. I'm just running home to be home. Additionally, since I've been local, I've gotten to do so many things. Like, I specifically make sure I use my weekends off wisely, right? Like, recently I went to the Usher concert. I've never done a concert on such a large scale. Me and my trucker babe, Loretta. I'm gonna finally show y'all who I'm talking about when I say Loretta. She's a tanker yanker at Prime Inc. So we kind of stayed connected, and it was her birthday, and we went out, and it was just a whim, right? It wasn't something we planned out. It was just a quick decision. We made it happen. I was off on the weekend, and I was off for Labor Day. So local with Indian River Transfer, I'm off on weekends and I'm off on holidays. We don't have to work holidays. So I had Saturday, Sunday, Monday, right? And Saturday I came home within my day off, because I did that run to Ellington, Connecticut, which I'm not going to talk about yet, because that's a story for another time, right? But it went into my day off. But I have that perk of having that time frame. Now, it matters to me because I use my time wisely. There's other stuff that I'm working on in my life. Like right now, I'm trying to find like a different trade to add to my belt. So if I can find something where I can go to school on the weekends, perfect. That's how I see the benefits of local life, right? That's my perk with local life. Additionally, with local life, as hectic as it is, being home, I'm still within the same pay rate, right? And I always say I don't like to drop numbers. I don't like to drop numbers on here. I don't like it, because I feel like what someone else earns doesn't mean that's what you're gonna earn as well. And you could be doing the same job. There's a lot of variables that can make your pay different from another driver's pay, right? Like, for instance, there's some drivers for the local team that might have 3 loads, where I have 2, because I'm a newer driver. I might have 1, right? Seniority matters, here. And I don't combat that. Seniors, they did their time, they paid their dues, they're owed what they're owed. So it's different amongst each driver. So I'll just say, for me particular, I'm still within the thousands when it comes to my earning, and I've gone all the way up to my what I was making for team driving at that high value company that I used to run with, right? So the fact that I'm within that area and I'm home, that's what matters to me. Additionally, even if I had a check that was on the lower thousand end, I wouldn't be complaining, to be honest. I feel like when it comes to local life, it's a trade off. You trade off, you miss out on some stuff because you are home more. You might not be getting paid the amount you were getting staying OTR, out on the road, living on the road, stuff like that, right? So that's a balance. You miss out on being home, you might get more money. You're home, you might get less money. It's just, it is what it is. But for me personally, I like being local, even though sometimes I find it to be more hectic than OTR. And I'm going to get into what I love about OTR, right? And what I also miss. I find it to be more hectic every now and then, yes, but I also value the possibilities of what I can do to expand my career and also to find other streams of income or content, even though content has been so difficult for me lately. It gets hard, y'all. It gets hard doing consistent content. You have your career and stuff like that. But I've been using my time wisely when it comes to local. What I will say is that I'm pretty much happy that I started regional, OTR, and now I'm local. So I've done everything, right? I went through all those steps, right? Or yeah, I'll say steps, right? I can't find the word right now. But I've done all three, right? I'm happy I started regional. Regional to me is a better balance between both, right? So you have your 34-hour reset, or you can be a 48-hour reset and you come home on the weekends and things like that, or whatever they set with your company. I'm happy I did that. I'm happy I did OTR and stayed out in the truck and stuff like that for weeks at a time. And now I'm local. So I feel like I know all ends. I wouldn't want to start local as a new driver, me specifically, because I feel like it's a lot more hustle and bustle depending on what metropolitan area you're in. I'm pretty sure people who are in the New York City area, the Philly area, Jersey area, Atlanta area, places like that, they can attest to what I'm talking about when it comes to the hustle, right? And the traffic and things like that. So for us, it may be a little bit more hectic, but I feel like most of us really want to be home. There's certain stuff I've been able to do that I wouldn't be able to do with OTR. Financially, I'm okay. I'm never gonna be up here, oh my god, like from my last situation, because even on days where I might have weeks where I might have a lower earning $1,000 check or whatever, it's still good, right? Because I've taken care of certain stuff and I'm saving in a certain way and things like that. So it's not a case where I'm like, oh my god, do I want more? Yeah, I want more because I like money. So who doesn't want more money? But right now I'm content with where I'm at. I really want to stay at the river, grow, and you know what I'm saying, branched out, grow my resume and things like that. I'm not looking to jump anywhere. So realistically, what I like is that it's a compromise when it comes to the local world. You gotta see the benefits of it for it to work for you, right? If you got a family, local life is gonna be much better, because I'm sure if you're a mom or a dad, coming home for a few hours and being there with your kid is gonna matter. So it's things like that makes the local life a little bit better, right? I'm not sure if I'm missing out on anything, but I'll talk about that maybe in another video. So now I want to talk about OTR, what I miss about OTR and what I love about OTR, right? So let's get into that. Okay, y'all. So I'm at Kemar. I'm in Riverside slash Delran. I'm gonna do my. I'm getting loaded right now to go back to Hershey's for cocoa butter. So there was another driver. I got here on 10. There was another driver that was getting loaded. And that driver happens to be a friend of mine, Julius. He used to be a worker, a driver here at IRT, but now he's moved on. So basically, I was able to see him and chat it up for a little bit. Like, he's so amazing. So Julius, if you watch this, what's up, twin? But and that's another thing I always say, in the tanker world, majority of the time you can actually see people out there in the field that you know. Because I feel like the tanker companies, especially for food grades, we go to the same places, tank wash, all of that. So the chances of you running into someone that you actually know in the tanker division, yeah, it happens. It can happen a lot, actually. So I just saw him. So he left, and I'm just here getting loaded. I'm not sure how long. I think it's after 12. It is. Let's check. It is. It's after 12. Yeah. So it's after 12 right now. After 12 right now. I just had to check my clock or whatever. I don't know, 11. Oh no, it's actually 11:12. I don't know why that said 12:24. It's after 11. Okay, so I got here around 10. So this might be an hour to get loaded, maybe more, because yesterday it actually took like an hour and a half to get loaded. So the time varies. So I just want to pick up, about my OTR. We spoke about local, right? So I just want to talk about OTR. For me, I find myself reminiscing a lot lately about OTR stuff, like comparing what I do now compared to then. And I must say, sometimes for me personally, I feel like OTR, it was a lot less. It was a lot less work, right? It's a lot less work. Meaning that when I did OTR, we had like a ETA, right? And they normally give you enough time in the tanker world to get the delivery done. So if I wanted to say it's 8 hour ETA or 8 hour distance, right? Basically, if I want to drive 5 hours, 6 hours, I could say, let me just do that and then park up, because maybe at that time I don't feel like rushing, I don't feel like doing all that. It was just better for me. So I had the option to drive a portion of the time and then say, let me finish the 2 hours the day of the delivery and still make my delivery on time. It gave me it was more feasibility. It gave me a more of a balance where I wasn't hammering down to get it done, right? So therefore, mentally, physically, all that stuff, it was just kind of lax, right? And even though most of the time I was sitting down too much, so I had a problem with that, right? I didn't want to be sitting down a lot. That's different. But when it actually was good and you got work done and there was loads to get, you still could have enough resting time to balance out meeting your ETAs and still resting. So therefore, you have more time on the road, when you're doing OTR. Like, for instance, when I was OTR and I came home, when I was doing the 3 weeks out and I came home 1 week, basically within that 1 week, there was not much to do. I could find myself coming home, relaxing, even though it normally took like maybe a day and a half for my body. Because once I get home, it's like my body knows I'm home. Because when you're out there, it's almost like an adrenaline rush, right? And you don't know where you got all this energy from. You're going, you're going, you're going. Once you come home, it's like your body knows you're home. So you got to sit yourself down and reset. So it normally gives me a day or two to reset, and then I'll have 5 days to go, right? Or 4 days to still do some stuff. So when I got home, there was nothing for me to do in my apartment because I wasn't there a lot. Therefore, there's not a lot of mess, right? Now, being home local, I'm there more, which means I'm cleaning more, I'm fixing more, I'm eating more, my light bill's more. My light bill is back into the hundreds. Before, my light bill was like 70 something dollars, 50 something dollars, because I used to be plugging everything out when I went to OTR. So the bills are more because I'm there, I'm using more energy, all that stuff, right? Additionally, OTR, I could balance out a lot of stuff. I could still pay my bills. I could still do certain stuff and catch up on stuff that I had going home. The only thing is that I was not home to reap the benefits of where I was paying, right? Where I was paying money for, money to live, rent for, right? But I could do my content, you know what I'm saying? Content, still get enough sleep and all of that. I could just get to do more, plan more, because I wasn't rushing to go home and I didn't have so much to do when I'm home. being local, there's a lot of stuff I find myself doing. Like because I'm home, I want to do this, I want to do that, and that it can be too much. It can be a little bit hectic because when I do my local runs, I'm basically rushing to make sure I get those loads done and getting home. So most of the time, because I start and I'm the afternoon shift, I normally get home. Sometime it could be 9. On a good day, it's 9 p.m. Right, be done by 9 p.m. But that 1 hour and something drive back to Philly side gets me to midnight. So I've been home like midnight, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. I've been home 5 o'clock because the day just was messed up. We're waiting and stuff like that, right? Because in tanker world, sometimes it can be a lot of waiting to get loaded. The product's not loaded. That there's not space in the tank and things like that. Tanker drivers know what I'm talking about, right? And it depends on what product you're hauling too. So that's another factor. So basically, OTR scenery. Let's talk about the scenery. I kind of miss the scenery, right? When it came to North Dakota, as much as I don't like these places in wintertime, North Dakota, Nebraska, South Dakota, Colorado, Utah, you know what I'm saying, and the rest. When it comes to summertime, the scenery is beautiful. I love driving through those places, those states. It's just amazing. I don't get to experience that being on the Jersey and the Philly, PAN no more. All I'm seeing is just building and yeah, angry car drivers. That's all I'm seeing. Additionally, I meet a lot of people. So being able to network in a certain way, OTR, just having more stuff to show, you know what I'm saying, content wise, there's more stuff to show. There's always something new you experience. You know what I'm saying? OTR wise, locally, you experience some stuff, but it's really just what else is the car driver is gonna do to piss you off that day, to be honest. It's not much. You kind of get into a routine. You know what I'm saying? OTR wise, something new getting thrown at you most of the time. So that's another thing. Now, when it comes to the pay, for me personally, nothing has really changed if I'm to be honest, right? Sometimes I'm on the lower end, and sometimes higher thousand end, right? So therefore, when I compare both sides of it, and remember for OTR, where I was making most of my money was team driving, right? So the fact that I can do solo and get a consistent or a similar amount, it means a lot to me because I could be in a situation where I'm only getting maybe what 700, 800 a week, because there are some local drivers who are okay with that amount because they factor in being home. It's worth it to them seeing their family and things of that nature. But for me, I'm able to stay within a certain earning, and I'm so happy, I'm so blessed for that. Like here at Indian River, I can truly say that even when, stuff is not great, dispatch really sets, me up. I don't know about the others. I can only speak about myself, and I can only talk about the local team. Dispatch sets me up to make sure I'm not taking no crazy losses when it comes to how much I can be making that day. And for that, I am so appreciative, right? But to say which one I prefer more, OTR or local, right now I gotta give local some more time, but right now I'm gonna say I prefer OTR for certain stuff that is not so hectic. There's stuff that I can balance out more to make it work for me. Local, my personal life, I'm having more of a personal life, right? So therefore, because the personal life is such a big thing for me, I like being home. I'm a homebody. It means a lot to me because even if for the week, the 5 days, I only have a small amount of time in my bed, I have those 2 days, right? On the weekends where I have that off. Most of my friends are off on the weekends, so that's another thing too. So right now, weighing it, to be honest, y'all, it's just gonna be which one fits your lifetime at the time. Local might be good for someone else, OTR might be good for someone else, and it's at a particular season, right? There's a season for each one, regional, OTR, or local. So right now, I'm kind of like still iffy about it, but for the most part, I will say OTR for me right now. OTR, yeah, OTR, yeah, OTR, because I find myself missing certain things. Now going forward, to the like more months of me doing local. I'm gonna see how it is. We only have 4 months left in September, October, November, December. I have to make sure I could count y'all. So we have 4 months left in the year. So I'll be able to see, how it progresses with me local, how it is, me learning certain stuff, me just getting used to the whole hustle and bustle and stuff like that. See, the more I get into it, if it becomes less hectic for me, and then I'm gonna make a follow up to let y'all know, because December 2nd or December 5th, that makes it 2 years I've been trucking. So I'm just approaching my 2 years. Yeah, y'all, because some people think I've been trucking for a while. No, I'm just approaching my second year, December. So I'm just counting down to get there, because that will be a milestone for me. And I know I have a lot of drivers who are out there who are years, but for me, that's a milestone, because I know a lot of people who started and they didn't continue, right? So let's see how that goes. But for right now, I'm sticking with OTR only because I just feel like OTR was more lax. It was more relaxed for me. Like, a lot of stuff was just mentally and physically more relaxing. Local, mentally, it's nothing mental, but physically with certain stuff, yeah, the running, probably the sleep schedule, stuff like that, doing more at home. I find myself doing a lot more than I did before. But at the end of the day, it's good. Life is great. Everything's not perfect, but it's great because I'm blessed to be able to continue and to progress in my career, and that's the most amazing thing for me. I can't wait to see where I'm at in my third year. But y'all, you know me, I'm gonna talk y'all ears off. I'm about to just go ahead, and I think I'm about to see what I can find to eat. Maybe see if I can rest for a little bit, and then I'm gonna blast off to Hershey, PA. And let's see. I'm gonna see. Let's see what time I finish, right? I'm gonna let you. Let's see what time I actually finish. Let's see about that, right? All right, y'all.
Ah, the smell of chocolate at Hershey. I love coming here. Every time I come here and that smell hits my nose, I'm like, oh, that smells so nice.
What's up, y'all? So right now it is 3:48. So 3:48. So I just made it to Hershey's, and they have space, so I can get unloaded and then head to the terminal and head home. Hopefully, nothing else gets added to my belt. But yeah, that's good. So you see, it's bright out. Even if it's like 6 or 7, I'll still have some light out, and then probably I have to bobtail home. So the good thing is that, let me see, so let's just say it's 2 hours away from Hershey's, Ben Salem, PA, and then I live 30 something minutes away from the terminal. So either way, I should be home with some kind of light spare, maybe 8 the most. It depends on how long they take me to unload here. Hopefully it's just an hour, so I can be home by 8 or 9 p.m. And then tomorrow I think I should be back to regular schedule of doing my 2 loads for orange juice going to Johanna Farms. So yeah, y'all, I'm gonna end it right here, because I don't want to add a bunch of stuff. And then I'm definitely gonna go ahead and make another video about other things with local life for me, that I've experienced so far. But that's my take on the local OTR. Let me know in the comments, how do you feel? Like, if you've done regional, local, and OTR, which one do you feel like is both better for you? What experience did you have? Do you think local is better? Do you think regional is better? OTR is better? And again, it's all subjective, so it'd be based on your opinion, your experience. I don't like when everybody's like, oh no, local's this. Oh no, OTR is better. It's really subjective, because it's really based on where you are at in your life at that point, to be honest, to see which one you prefer. Again, I'm still growing into the local life, so right now I'm still kind of an OTR baby. But as we all know, or as most of you know, I got this this local position by the grace of God. I wasn't even looking to go local, but I got this position by the grace of God. This is where He wanted me to be, and this is where I am, and this is where I want to grow and just find other opportunities while I have this blessing. So let me know, which one do you think is better? How was it better for you? And so forth. And you know, y'all, I'm about to just sign out and catch you on the next video. It's your girl, JusTruknit Tati. As usual, thank you for sharing, and subscribing. If you want to follow me on Instagram, just follow me at JusTruknit Tati. You can go to my main page, my profile, and you can click the link It's right there. It will take you right over to Instagram if you want to follow me there. And follow me, like, share, subscribe, y'all. Like, honestly, I don't push too much on this channel or try to do too much, but one thing I do appreciate is the subscription. So if you subscribe, guys, every view counts, every view helps. I really would appreciate it. And I'm gonna sign out, y'all, before I start talking y'all to death. Bye, y'all. See y'all in the next one.